It's going.
Serious Saturday time.
Yeah.
It really is.
I am totally
Totally
ready for discussion.
Totally.
Totes my goods.
Totes. What's our topic?
It's the topic you came up with. Time travel.
I think it's a great topic. Trent disagrees.
Well, I mean, it's got so many things we can branch off into.
Exactly, and it's going to be hard to keep under 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I thought, what better of...
Mind you, it's going to be 15 minutes.
Yeah, I thought, what better of a gameplay than Assassin's Creed? Technically, you're time traveling, but... I mean, anyway, let's get into it.
You want to kick this off?
I have questions first. I mean, would you... Let's start let's ask a question first.
Okay.
All right, would you rather, if you had a choice, one chance, go into the future or the past?
Oh,
for a
man.
day.
For a day,
Yeah.
I'd go into the future.
The future?
The future. How about
When? What year?
you? 20 years from now.
20?
Yeah.
That's it?
To see where I'm at.
Oh boy, I don't even know if I'd want to do that. I feel like
To see where I'm at. Like, what have I contributed to
I feel like
society?
I would have died by diabetes by then.
You're not the fat one here.
I eat like a fat one.
You shut up here.
I'm like a blob of eating.
Dude, that's why we're gonna be chefs. Like, that's the only thing we understand more than gaming.
Yes. And yes.
And hockey. But
Me?
we can't play hockey.
Yes, we are not hockey people. I don't know.
We do not play hockey. Wish I could play hockey.
What would I want to do? I do too. Oh my god. Okay, so I would go in the past for sure.
For what?
I want answers, okay?
Answers.
I
for
want
questions?
answers. I'll tell you when I'd go back to 1994, Kurt Cobain's house.
Oh,
I want the answer.
you cannot do that to me right now.
I want the answer.
You cannot do that to me right now.
She killed him. You better believe it. I want the answer. That's where I'd go.
It's the definite truth.
That is where I'd go.
It's obvious.
I mean,
mean,
it's decided. But the thing is, like, if you did that, you can't prove it.
I know.
You can't be like, hey, look at this
1200.
1200. You can't be like, hey, look at this 60 frames per second, 1200 HP video of Courtney Love killing Kurt Cobain. Because they're like, how did you take that now, like in 1994? Like, because you'd have to keep that to yourself if you found out.
It would be one of those things where you'd have to know, and no one else will.
I don't know if I'd be able to keep that burden.
Yeah.
Also,
it would sit
it's
on
the
you
same-
for all your life.
It's the same with the future.
Well, then you're sitting here thinking, "Oh, I want to prevent that, or I want to keep that.
You can't,
I want that to happen."
Okay, like look at Doctor Who. What if that's fixed, and you can't change that, and you want to, but it just doesn't let you?
But
Like, what if we become chefs and we buy a restaurant infested with roaches and stuff?
yeah, and then
And we find out and we're like, we can't buy that place.
yeah, but then it turns out that after you see that, then you're gonna change your decision, and then it's either gonna be worse or better, and you just gotta hope it's not worse.
Yeah. And you wouldn't be able to, like, if it's like how we're saying it is, you wouldn't be able to travel to then. You wouldn't be able to make the best decision and eliminate the
because
bads.
you wouldn't know, because later on in the future, what if something really good comes out of that?
Like, because, hold on, but, dude, you're right.
Exactly.
But we should buy a video game store.
And do what?
So it'd be better than GameStop, that's what.
That's true.
We would buy people's
we
would
wouldn't
buy people's used games for more than 50 cents.
Exactly. Here's Battlefield 4 for $60. Wait, you want to give it back? Here's $2.
I have a question. Would you abuse your power and would you get the lotto?
Dude. Part of me really
Decisions.
feels like I wouldn't want to
Would you,
do
like,
that.
buy stocks? I mean,
I really feel like I would, but I wouldn't overdo it.
I want to tell you something I'm interested. What if you didn't have to set the time travel thingy-mabobber thingy to like a date, you could just be like, take me to when the Blues win the cup.
What?
And then you just stay where you are, because apparently
Yeah.
it's never going to happen, assholes.
Everybody thinks it's gonna happen this year.
It's happening, nigga.
I hope it does.
It's happening. Anyway, I would travel back in time and smack Doug Armstrong in the face before he trades Ben Bishop. I mean, like, for real, though.
That's true. I mean,
What if, here's how, let's say you can travel forward or you can travel backward and you have to live the rest of your life there.
oh my god.
Where would you go?
With the alternate you there, or you would take their place?
I don't know. Like, let's just say that person doesn't exist. You're just you. Like, you're a different person there. You're you now, then, but they're not there now.
But you're them there, but
They're not them there. They're a different person.
dude. I don't know how I could live with that. I think I'd still go to the future.
Really?
Yeah.
When? 20 years still?
I would go 20 years in the future if I was going to take my place then. But if I'm going there to be a new person, I would go into the future, but I would go into the future maybe like 100 years from now.
Okay, so if I went to the past, it'd be way back. Like, I'm talking like drawing murals on caves and stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe not that far because I don't want to get eaten by a saber-toothed tiger.
but
But I mean, I'd go back,
yeah,
like back. Like, I want to meet Leonardo da Vinci.
yeah. I can't do this right now.
I want to like
You are pushing
it'd be
too many
cool-
hard questions
It'd just
on
be
me.
cool to meet Leonardo da Vinci. You know, Brad.
Yeah,
Not mean.
but
And the thing is, if you went back, you'd have to live your life like,
completely different.
oh my god, I want Xbox now, and you can't have it.
Yeah.
Even if you went back to like 2004 or something, like, because I don't want to grow up. My biggest fear is growing up, and that's why I still act like a child. But I would want to go back, but then again, I don't have Xbox then. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell do I do now? I just
Now,
sit
here-
around and
here-
read books or something?
Here is a question. If you went into the past, would you live it differently? Because you had to live up until from when you went back.
That's a good question. Like, change your decision somewhere?
Yeah.
And
Because
this, like, doesn't go against the laws
you
of time.
have to change, because you won't age, but you have to live back until when you went back.
So, like, I don't understand.
You would stay the same age, no matter how many years you go back.
Wait, so, like, you go back to when you're 8, but you're still 16?
Yeah, but you would have to live.
I thought you were saying, like, can you go back to being
Here's what I'm trying to say.
being 8 again and live your life again?
Here's what I'm saying: is you go back, but you're not you. You're on the sideline motivating the actions of yourself. How would you alter that?
I don't know. I'm not smart enough to, like, be like...
Are you not getting what I'm saying here?
I think, like, you're saying, like, you're 16-year-old you, you're watching 8-year-old you in your room do whatever you did when you were 8, and you're like, hey, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, because you know the consequences of it.
Right.
How would you change?
I don't know, bro.
Like, would you change it or
Like,
would
how,
you leave
how
it?
would you change it, though?
That's not what I'm trying to say here.
Okay, would I change... It depends on what it is and how
Would
big
you
it is.
change anything?
Like, yes.
Okay, well that's...
Would you?
Yes,
What?
definitely.
I
Look at my
wouldn't-
whole life. I could change
I
it.
wouldn't smoke my first cigarette.
That's true.
That's a good one.
I wouldn't have... It's very difficult to fess up to YouTube.
It's just let it out, brother.
I wouldn't have drank my first drink.
You're a liar.
I am a very big liar.
I would have.
I am a very big liar. But, I mean, it's things you should
I would have
do.
ordered a second pizza.
Yes, that's true. Go back to that day. You better order that pizza. I'm going to smack you. You had a chance.
Sir, you messed up, sir.
But, I mean, it's just... It doesn't... It affects so much. Like, to do those simple things.
Yeah, like it would change like the course of history, you know?
Completely.
Like in the one episode of Doctor Who when like
She pushed
the
her dad out of
redhead
the way.
half retard turned left instead of right.
What?
Donna.
Oh.
The episode where like the beetle made her turn right instead of left or whatever.
Yeah.
And it like changed everything.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. I remember that.
Like, if you don't smoke cigarettes, like, Santarans are taking over the world. It's like...
Yeah. But...
Just to let you know, Bonicafalada's not saving anyone.
But, it doesn't make any...
That's another question. Do I get a sexy sidekick named Rose?
What?
Here's another question. Okay, I brought up Kurt Cobain. Would you go back and change him killing himself? Or Courtney Love killing him, which I think is what happened.
Because, I mean, what happens if... I mean, Foo Fighters never would have been made.
Yep. I'm fine with that, though. I'd take Nirvana over Foo Fighters any day. You cannot sit here and tell me you would take Foo Fighters over Nirvana.
I love the Foo, though.
But you... What?
I will not...
I can't...
It's because I couldn't hear their new stuff.
I can't even sit next to you.
It doesn't... I don't know.
I can't sit next to you.
You don't know. If they would have lived, he would have been a complete drunk cokehead sellout and sounded horrible when he got older.
I think Coke is what gave him the raspy voice.
I will say that, though. That's one good thing.
His voice was like tremendous, bro. I
But-
don't even think Coke can affect your voice. I think that's just something stupid I said, but...
But what if he started sucking when he gets older?
Dude, okay. What? What? In 3 albums, they became known as one of the greatest rock bands in the world. You think they're taking a slump because he did heroin? You're
But, I mean, you never
if he's
know.
on crack, he's singing even better, man. He's energetic.
You don't know.
Dude.
You'll never know.
And that's what makes me mad. I would want to know. I would be like, hey, put down the shotgun. Insert name. I
Insert
wanted to
name
know.
here.
Yeah, I wanted to know. Right now, I would kill to listen to a brand new album for Nirvana.
I know. What if, like, you just peek back?
One of the greatest rock bands of all time, I won't be able to see in concert. And if I could change that, I would. I don't care
Exactly.
Foo Fighters or no Foo Fighters.
Okay, here. I'm gonna say one thing. Okay? You ready for this?
Okay.
If you could go back in time to one old concert, except for Nirvana for you, because I already know I've heard this, what concert would you go to because they're gone?
Woodstock.
Woodstock?
Woodstock. Okay, either Woodstock or... Who would you do? Who would you watch?
Dude, I'm gonna say this. I would go back to an old Slayer concert.
An old Slayer concert?
Yeah.
Really? That or, dude, Beastie Boys.
Oh my god, dude. That...
Oh my god, we went over so much.
But that would be the best.
Beastie Boys?
Beastie Boys
Be pretty
concert.
sick. If you guys enjoyed us rambling about nothingness and Kurt Cobain, leave a like.
Please. Or leave a dislike so we don't do it.
And a dislike is a comment that says you guys are idiots.
Exactly.
Yes.